Welcome into I Said What I Said. I'm Brad Wakai. That's Tyson Gentry. This is our NFL betting episode, Week 7 picks. Tyson, oh man, NFL. How about the weekend the public had? The best betting weekend the general public has had, I think, in a long time. Certainly this year, certainly maybe this decade. That's what people are saying. The books got smoked, and you took advantage of it.
Well, yeah, as an idiot, I can say that this was the only time I really looked at one and been like, wow, I have a great read on this. And we'll get into the Discord at the end of this. We ended up making some money in the NFL over there as well. But, yeah, it was a good weekend. The books got cooked. It's good for the people. But, Brad, this week looks a little bit harder.
Yeah, it did. And we'll get into that. But Tyson, you know the drill, folks. We don't hide it from anything that we do on this show. We back it up with facts. We back it up with opinion. We back it up with numbers. And so we got to take a look. Of course, I'm the only schmuck in the country, apparently. I lost money this week, going 3-4, minus 1.31 units. Apparently, just take every single freaking underdog or every single favorite on the road, and you're gonna cover and be a millionaire. Well, I tried to outsmart it. Now, I did get Packers minus 5 home. Lions team total over 27.5 was a rocking chair play. And the teaser, Texans minus 0.5, Ravens minus 1. That was easy plays. Lost the play of the week. Eagles team total over 26.5. Stabbed me in the heart. I mean, come on. Awful loss. Titans minus 2.5. I can't quit it. I need to stop. It's like my Falcons from a few years ago. I need to look myself in the mirror. That's on me. But Bengals team total over 25.5. Really? I mean, God, you made the freaking Giants defense look like the steel curtain. I mean, my goodness. Joe Burrow runs 50 yards, longest rush of his career, first possession. That's the last time we score until the end. Give me a break. Then Jaguars, they're black tar heroin, dude. Like, I just got to stay away from them at all costs, no matter what the numbers say. Jets, 8.5, that got home, but good God, the Jags suck. So 3-4, down 1.31 units. Apparently the only person in the country that lost money.
That's all right, though. You made it back with some touchdown parlays, so it's not all bad for you. No. I went 4-1 this week, up 2.67 here. Play of the week, Bucks minus 3. It looked hairy for a split second, and then I blinked, and the Bucks had scored 24 more points. Packers minus 5, I rode with the Lions minus 3. I didn't feel uncomfortable by any of those. Raiders team total under 16.5. I wasn't even close. Like, it just never felt like they were going to score 17 points in that game. And then Chargers Broncos. Bo Nix, what a drive. Just 40 or 70 yards in 40 seconds. To break my heart of a perfect week here, but you know what? I need to be humbled.
That was a tough. I felt for you there. Oh man, you had another parlay that thing was hinging on and riding on, and oh boy, Tyson. You know he may have quit this show. He may have been too rich. I don't know. And meanwhile, I would have had
$450 more dollars.
So on the year, folks, I'm down 9.85 units. Been a tough one for me, but Tyson's up 1.36. He's got his head back above water. As a show, we're down 8.49. It's long season. We're hoping to get things rolling here, and I think starting to see a little bit more solidifying in the market. So, without further ado, let's start getting into this week's picks.
It's money making time.
Tyson, you got the tee box, my man. You had the week, so you go first.
Well, my play of the week, you see the flags behind Brad. You see the flag and poster and clock behind me. I'm going Saquon Barkley, 90-plus rush yards sitting here at plus 110 on FanDuel. He's going back to the Meadowlands. The only way he doesn't get this is if the field jumps up and bites him. This dude is going to go nuclear here. I don't believe in the Philadelphia Eagles offense, but I do believe in Nick Sirianni's level of pettiness. Saquon Barkley is finally getting fed. Eagles fans can calm down a little bit. I believe that Nick wants to get him well over that 100-yard mark. But this is the first number that gets you plus value, and I'm not losing 99. Okay, I know it's plus 165 for the 100, but give me the 90.
Tyson, my team total, or my play of the week, Dolphins team total over 20.5, plus 100 on DraftKings. We've been calling out Mike McDaniel. We think this offense sucks. Tyler Huntley looked horrible compared to his Pro Bowl year. I say it tongue-in-cheekly. But off a bye here, more familiarity. Mike McDaniel gets to go back to the drawing board. Oh, and what do you know? Who do they play? My favorite defensive coordinator, Gus Bradley, with his just innovative cover 3 that he hasn't updated since we were in frickin' college and high school. I mean, unbelievable stuff. So you're telling me that one of the most innovative minds, Mike McDaniel, can't sit back and watch this defense and figure out a way to attack it with a healthy Jalen Waddle, a healthy Tyreek Hill, and Devin Achane, and Raheem Mostert's back, I'm sorry. I understand Tyler Huntley's not that good, but to not score 3 touchdowns against a defense that gives it up to like pretty much anybody, I mean, and it's plus money, I got to take this play of the week, Dolphins team total over 20.5.
If they don't score 21 points, we're having discussions. That's crazy. Speaking of having discussions, Brad, I don't know what exactly is going on in Vegas, but I know that it's not scoring points, under 17.5. For the Vegas Raiders here. The Rams defense is shaky. I understand that. I'm not afraid. Unless Gardner Minshew comes into this football game, I have to worry about Alexander Madison, Jacoby Myers, who really it's Brock Bowers. That's the star of the show. And if you want to play player props, that's probably the guy to look at here. I just don't think they're going to score much, man.
Well, I'm including them in one of my first teasers. And I'm taking the Rams down from 7. That's down to -1 and 6-point teaser on DraftKings. It's -120. And I'm moving the Cardinals up to +8. So why the Rams? I mean, like you said, I don't know what is going on in Vegas. Now, maybe this is a circle the wagons type of deal. You get Devontae Adams out. He doesn't seem like
this season.
I know. And they won, to be fair, one of them. And I don't know, like maybe the whole Devontae Adams thing, like he doesn't seem like a locker room cancer, Tyson, but maybe it's like, okay, the people who want to be here are here. So I don't know. But Rams off a bye, Sean McVay gets to prep for this defense. Cooper Kupp is supposed to be back. I mean, God, this has got to be the time. Rams got to win this game. So hopefully it's by more than 1, but I don't see them not covering the one number. Then I'll take Cardinals up to 8. It's scary because, the Chargers defense is really good, and this Cardinals defense isn't very good. I'm just banking on the fact that I think Kyler Murray at home, coming off a disappointing loss, can face this Chargers team who is really limited in what they can do. Maybe Jonathan Gannon just keeps everything in front. Herbert's not really able to push the ball down the field with the lack of weapons. And on the flip side, Cardinals do enough offensively to keep this thing close, keep it tight, and they get under this number, at least lose by less than a touchdown. So, EPA per play wise, Tyson, I'm taking a look at this thing. Arizona's offense is pretty good, 14th. On that basis, but they're going up against the second best defense on that front. So I think it will be a challenge, but it's not like the Chargers have a great offense. 23rd EPA per play, 18th EPA per pass, 22nd in EPA per run. So I think that helps the Cardinals here. They stay under this number. I think both these teams get it done for me in the AFC or the NFC West.
Are the Chargers, is this thing real, or is it because they're playing who they're playing?
I think it's the latter. I don't know how real it is.
I think so too. I'm just realizing now that I skipped one. My second one was supposed to be under 42.5 in the Eagles Giants game here. That's plus 300 if you same game parlay that with the Saquon Barkley rush yards. I think that New York is the one that I'm more afraid of to put up enough points to get this thing over. The Eagles offense is disgusting. It's gross, and all we're hearing about is how gross it is. I think that they're going to run the ball. I think the Eagles are probably going to win this game. I don't want to touch that number at 3.5. That feels like a classic scary spot. But I do think that for as bad as the Eagles defense can be at times, it's really Malik Neighbors is back. We know where the football is going. Tyrone Tracy looked good, but it's a little bit of a fool's gold maybe at this point in time. We'll see if it's for real. But I don't think that these guys aren't combining for 6 touchdowns.
Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Jordan Mailata's out, so that hurts. And, their left tackle, the Giants, I'm not
Andrew
Evan
Thomas.
Neal. Andrew Thomas, he's out. So, yeah, I mean, there's certainly some things, plus division familiarity, that would suggest to stay us under. And so, plus you're on the MetLife field. Good God. Yeah, that turf. But, Tyson, I'm going to go to a different spot here, and it's a nice stadium. We love it. We love this team. I'm taking Packers -2.5. That's -120 on FanDuel. The darling Texans are coming into town here. Now, we're recording on Thursday. If this moves to 3, I still think you take that. I'm taking the best number here on FanDuel to stay under that, because we don't push, basically. But it's going to be fairly windy here, 12-mile-per-hour winds. It's about that time you got to start looking at weather reports. And in Lambeau, it's going to be a little bit more pronounced just based on where they are in the country. And if that's the case and it affects a passing game that's already without Nico Collins, Tyson, Jair Alexander, let's say he goes one-on-one with Diggs. Okay, then you're going to rely on Tank Dell and Dalton Schultz. All right. I mean, I think that's a dream for Jeff Hafley, the defensive coordinator, who has this defense cooking. I mean, this is like a market upgrade compared to what they had last year, Tyson. And then, Houston's only 30th in EPA per rush. I mean, that's kind of scary when you think about it. If this passing game gets taken away, what are they going to be able to do? Now, Joe Mixon's back, but he looked good against the Patriots team. I just don't know if that's going to play against his Packers team. Now, Tyson, this Green Bay team can run the football. They're 15th in EPA per rush, going up against a defense that's 11th in stopping it. I just think there's more things the Packers can do since Nico Collins is out. So I'm gonna lay it here. I think they look good at home.
This one's scary. I do think the Packers win the game. I'm going against your boys here. I'm going under 38.5 at the Jets at the Steelers game. The Steelers defense is really good. This has less to do with not believing in the addition of Devontae Adams as it does with Russell Wilson starting the game. I don't know how many points the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to score themselves, and then New York's offense has been horrible. Devontae Adams has been on the team for 4 days. I want to see target allocation and all of that stuff, but at 38.5 here, doesn't this just feel like a Tomlin grinded out game, and also a Jets somehow everybody's going to be disappointed?
Feels like Najee Harris might finally look like the running back that people thought out of Alabama based on what we just saw the Bills' backup running backs do.
That's true.
But yeah, I could see that. I mean, especially if they're running the football now, they fall in love with Breece Hall again. So this clock could just be, especially if Rodgers is just going back shoulder to Devontae and they're completing passes. Oh my God. Yeah, this thing could just be tick, tick, tick. Tyson, second teaser for me. I can't believe we're getting the Lions over a touchdown with a 6-point teaser. And I'm going to pair that with Seahawks to 9. Good God, minus 120 on DraftKings here. This is crazy to me. Now, I know the Falcons have looked better than the Seahawks. Geno Smith's letting everybody down, but don't have to worry about weather. Going to the Dome in Atlanta if you're the Seahawks. Now, their defense has been a little bit disappointing, and it feels like Kirk Cousins has found something, and they're trusting everything with Bijan Robinson. Okay, you're not facing the Carolina Panthers team. Like the Seahawks got weapons. The Seahawks have a defense. Seahawks have a defensive mind. So I think we're getting 9 points here. That I'll take that any day of the week, even in a high-scoring shootout that people are expecting. Then the Lions divisional matchup, yeah, Vikings been great. Vikings coming off a bye. Lions don't have Aiden Hutchinson anymore. So this Lions offense is cooking now. Like Jared Goff looks comfortable. Jamison Williams is finally the guy that we thought he was going to be, which was our number one wide receiver in the class. You add that with all of a sudden Sam Laporta's off the milk carton. Amon-Ra St. Brown is in a featured part of the offense. Tim Patrick, the ghost of 2 straight season-ending injuries. Now he's a contributor for Detroit. I think there's too much good stuff going on right now. They're going to rally behind the injury from Aiden Hutchinson. The Lions defense is still an improved unit, and we're just waiting for Sam Darnold to turn into a pumpkin. I don't know if it's off the bye, but it could be in this one. At least I don't think they lose. The Lions lose by more than a touchdown.
I thought about both these teams. Money line. This is something I was kicking the Seahawks around pretty hard in my brain because it does feel like maybe there's a bit of an overreaction to the Atlanta Falcons right now. I'm not believing they're going to win the NFC stuff just yet, and I think the Seahawks might be able to catch them this week. So at 9, I think that's a good look. I'm going under in the windy London, travel game. I know the Jags didn't have to go anywhere. Who cares? Dude? The Jags are hopping off a trash bus to get to their whatever garbage bus, what are the garbage truck? Also, unstoppable force was the term that we couldn't remember last week. And I just figured it out. So I'm going under this game. The weather's going to suck. It's in London. The Patriots are traveling. The Jags defense, it's horrible. Trick May's not, he's not going to come in here and throw for 300 yards, especially in an international trip for the first time. We have Jalen Polk saying he's got the best hands in the NFL after he gets called out by his own head coach for drops. Let's see if they keep going at him. I love Pop Douglas. I think he's awesome, but I'm not afraid of most of the guys on the New England Patriots offense. Brian Thomas Jr. Is somebody that can score points. Travis Etienne is not, right? It's Tank Bigsby, and I don't think that Trevor Lawrence is going to look like the one who was promised even against this New England Patriots defense. I think under 42 is plenty safe.
Yeah, I think the weather could be a huge thing here. It's starting to get gross over there in England. They're playing an outdoor stadium in Wembley. They got a new surface that they're rolling into this thing. It could be a complete mess, so we have no clue what to expect. Plus 2 offensive that have vastly underachieved. I'm with you. I think I might take that. I mean, just God, can you get up at 6:30 my time, 7:30 a.m. your time?
Ever since my girlfriend got into fantasy football, she's up watching the London games. But I wake up, middle of the first quarter, end of the first quarter, and say, "What's going on?" And she's got a full breakdown for me.
Oh, there you go, man. There you go. Normally, I'm doing that for the other football that's over in Europe, and not these horrible actual American football games. So, yeah, Tyson, I'm going to close out with this one. God, we got punked last year. God, we were disappointed. But it may not be a Lombardi Trophy coming back, but it's a regular season win coming back for the 49ers. I'm taking the money line minus 116 on FanDuel. Now, God, I know what everybody's saying. Andy Reid off the bye. You're crazy. You can't go against him. Well, I can't go against my eyes. And what I'm seeing from this Chiefs team, is anybody seeing the interceptions Mahomes is throwing? Is anybody seeing who's healthy for this Chiefs team? My God, if they have open tryouts, I'm flying down there. I mean, they need bodies. Rashee Rice done for the year. Xavier Worthy, okay, a couple good spots here and there. All of a sudden, you're going to try to talk me into Juju Smith-Schuster? Okay. I mean, good Lord. I mean, who else are we going to get? DeMarcus Robinson? Are we going to call back Marquise Valdez-Scantling? I don't know. But what I know is this 49ers team is hungry to make a statement here. Yes, this defense hasn't looked as good, but that offensive line for the Chiefs has some issues. 49ers are getting healthier. Deebo Samuel's back. George Kittle. They actually realized you could throw him the football. Wow, thanks, Shanahan. Might have been good in the Super Bowl, you clown. And then, yeah, Jordan Mason's a little banged up, but we get a couple of rushing games here and there. I know this defense is good for the Chiefs, but I think the 49ers do enough at home, rabid fan base. They want to make a statement. 49ers money line, short price. Let's take them.
And the Chiefs lost to the Eagles in the regular season last year in the Super Bowl rematch. I can't remember if they played anybody else who they beat, but there's at least recent precedent says that the 49ers are going to win this game. So good for you. Spegs came out today and said that he couldn't find a weakness in Brock Purdy's game. Did you see that?
I did.
He found one in the second half of the Super Bowl.
Well, is that a Shanahan thing, though? I mean, God, you got a mismatch in your freaking tight end. I guess let's just use him as decoy. I couldn't believe what I was watching, and I was drunk, too. I can't. So that's how you know it was bad.
Who do you think that Brad and I had money on in that Super Bowl?
That's why I said we got punked. We got bamboozled. Oh boy. Okay. Well, that's it for us on our picks. I'm limited this week, 5. I'm going to try to get back on track, but I gotta take a bite at the apple every once in a while when we wake up on Sunday. Just the worst type of way to do it. But sometimes we got to. Where can they find that?
Discord. It'll be in the description here. The link is in the description. You click that, take you right to it. We'll let you right in. You can search up I Said What I Said. You can ask to be added to the group in any of the comments. We'll let you right in on Twitter or wherever else, Instagram. It's fun. We have parlays in there that I mentioned kind of off the top. We had some pretty big hitters this week. We're going to have some more. And as Brad said, sometimes, with baseball going on, you have a Lindor 2+ and an Ohtani home run parlay. And then all of a sudden you go, man, I have $40 I didn't have yesterday. It's Sunday morning. I got to check some of these things out. And that's where those picks go. It's a good time. We're building a little bit of a community. And people are on fire about that.
Oh, I know. I mean, God, I swear I'm the only person who freaking didn't make money last week. I mean, everybody's woo, money. And I did hit a parlay, which, helped. But holy smokes, man, everybody's hitting these straight bets, and I'm sitting here looking like a slap. So get in the Discord if you want to share some picks. I know everybody had a good week last week, so share what you got. Hopefully some momentum carries over. But, for the show, like, subscribe, and share. If you like what you're hearing, share it with your friends, share it with an enemy, whatever the case may be. But make sure you stay subscribed. We got a ton of content. You guys know how we're doing it right now. But if you're new, smash that subscribe, smash that like. We'll carry you through the rest of the football season, breaking down things. Next week, what we saw in the college field, what we saw in the NFL field. Enjoy this weekend. We'll talk to you next week. And until then, guys, peace.